Ripple and Stellar are two of the numerous companies that offer cryptocurrency, and because they're not as popular as Ethereum or Bitcoin, you might not know a lot of things about them. Both of these projects have a strong community following and other characteristics they share in common. Ripple and Stellar have similar blockchains, and because of that, many people end up comparing the two. They are two successful altcoins that have been around for more than 6 years. Stellar and Ripple were founded by the same individual, McCaleb. He collaborated with Ryan Fugger in order to make Ripple and XRP. Their goal was to make a crypto network that didn't rely on the same energy-consuming process as Bitcoin. Later on, though, McCaleb and the rest of the team at Ripple started having major disagreements. As a result, McCaleb decided to leave. After that, together with co-founder Joyce Kim, McCaleb started Stellar in 2014. But what is XRP? People often use the term Ripple to describe XRP. However, this is incorrect, as Ripple is a private company and the XRP ledger is an open, public, decentralized network that anyone can use. The XRP ledger community consists of a number of companies that use XRP and the XRP ledger for a variety of use cases, including cross-border payments, Coil for web monetization, and Forte for gaming. Ripple also runs a separate private network called RippleNet. RippleNet is designed to connect banks and financial institutions efficiently. RippleNet can access liquidity on the XRP ledger using Ripple's ODL or on-demand liquidity product. Lastly, you have the XRP Ledger Foundation. This is a non-profit foundation that fosters development and encourages adoption of the XRP ledger. What makes Ripple different and why it has always been a bit of a black sheep among early crypto projects is the fact that it's designed to serve the central banking community. Ripple functions as a global payments network specifically designed to streamline international financial transactions between RippleNet participants. This group is comprised of mostly banks, but there are some other notable financial institutions, such as MoneyGram, that have joined the team to leverage Ripple's real-time gross settlement system, currency exchange, and remittance network. And what about Stellar Lumens? Stellar Lumens, or XLM, is a cryptocurrency designed to facilitate the same style of cross-border transactions as Ripple, albeit to a slightly different crowd. Stellar Lumens is geared primarily to enterprise clientele, although it also works with banks and financial institutions. The project is backed by a non-profit called the Stellar Development Foundation. This group focuses on expanding the Stellar Lumens ecosystem and securing new strategic partnerships. Stellar Lumens received major market support during its early funding stages. The network secured funding from Stripe CEO Patrick Collison, WordPress founder Matt Mullenweg, and AngelList founder Naval. Notably, Stripe received $2 billion XLM for its seed funding of the project. Stellar's cryptocurrency is more accessible for the average individual. This is what makes it unique. Unlike Ripple, that's more directed towards banks, Stellar is focusing more on people, especially those who live in parts of the world that are still developing. As such, people who live in rather poor areas of the planet will be able to interact with a global economy. Not only that, but the prices are not high either, so transactions will be easier for them to perform. Direct fiat currency exchange is also possible thanks to the protocol that Stellar follows. Usually the money of the sender is changed into lumens, whereas lumens is converted into the currency of the receiver. One of the most obvious differences between XRP and XLM is the fact they have different algorithms. Not only that, but XRP coins are deflationary and XLM coins are inflationary. Also, Stellar is not as centralized as Ripple. When you look at the technical structure of these networks, it's easier to see all the differences. For one, XLM has a cap of 50 billion, 1,806,812, whereas XRP is set at 100 billion. Notably, the majority of Ripple is held by its development team and early investors at this time. The firm releases these coins at a rate of 1 billion a month. Notably, only around 10 to 30% enter service, with the majority going into an escrow account. Users can track these issuances via the XRPL. Then the two also have different target markets. As we mentioned earlier, Ripple is mostly directed towards banks. Banks are a very large market after all, and they can bring a lot of money. Meanwhile, Stellar is focusing on individuals, particularly people from less developed countries, giving unbanked people an opportunity to interact with the market at a global level. Because of that, Stellar likes to call itself not-for-profit. This is because it considers itself a platform that helps people rather than a platform that wants to make a profit. Also, Stellar has a very experienced team, but it is much smaller compared to Ripple. They don't focus on marketing as much as their competitors either. Ripple, on the other hand, is a very large organization and has way more capital raised. In the end, their target market is different and it generates more capital as a result. The Ripple consensus mechanism relies on 6 components. There are servers running Ripple server software, a distributed ledger, a last closed ledger, and an open ledger. The ledger holds the value of all users' accounts, the last closed ledger is the most recent version of the ledger, and the open ledger is the ledger's current operating status. There is also a unique node list or UNL. This is a set of other server queries used during validation. Lastly, a proposer is any server broadcasting transactions to be included in the consensus process. The Ripple Protocol Consensus Algorithm, or RPCA, is applied every few seconds by all nodes in order to maintain the correctness and agreement of the network. The main advantage of Ripple's DLT is that it's extremely scalable. The platform can handle around 1,500 transactions per second, or TPS, currently. This scalability also improves transaction fees. The network's standard transaction fee averages out to 0.00001 XRP per transaction. The Stellar Consensus Protocol was first published in 2015 by David Mazieres. The document laid out how the SCP would secure a centralized network in an efficient manner without sacrificing performance. The SCP relies on a combination of digital signatures and hash families to validate the state of the network. Unlike Ripple's closed network, anyone can become a validator, archive a node, or Horizon server on Stellar Lumen's blockchain. The new digital dollars. Ripple is currently in the midst of an SEC court battle. The SEC has alleged Ripple unlawfully sold securities during its XRP ICO. According to the most recent reports, the firm is prepared to argue the fair notice defense. If Ripple XRP is successful in its argument, the effects would have a ripple effect throughout the industry. Moving forward, the SEC would have to prove they warned ICOs that their efforts could be considered illegal to impose harsh fines. Speaking on the company's future plans, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse has stated that his firm intends to consider going public following the resolution of the SEC lawsuit. Of course, the experience and insight gained by McCaleb during his stint at Ripple paid off greatly in terms of regulatory concerns. To date, Stellar has managed to remain out of the SEC's crosshairs. Notably, the platform even received regulatory approval from the New York Department of Financial Services to be listed. This month, Stellar Lumens raised eyebrows across the market when it announced that it had partnered with Visa, Tala, and Circle, one of the companies behind USDC, to create a new decentralized ecosystem. The team will create a new stablecoin and wallet that will enable users to make cross-border transactions and access fiat to crypto services. For its part, Visa intends to issue cards that are directly linked to the wallets. These cards will enable users to spend their crypto anywhere that accepts Visa. Currently, Visa's network consists of plus 70 million merchants globally. A final similarity between both cryptocurrencies is that they are unarguably becoming the new digital dollars. If you enjoyed this video, kindly like, leave a comment, and consider subscribing to the account. And please turn on the notification bell for quick updates on when we release more videos from the cryptocurrency world. Thank you for watching.